Hi, my name is Emmy. I am a former teacher turned small business owner who now works full-time from home. My kids are just about to be home for summer vacation. This is actually their last day. And so I'm in the mad rush trying to finish everything that I possibly can before that final bell rings. Today, I really want to share a couple of tips that will hopefully make summer easier for you if you work from home full-time like I do. I'm going to start this video with a huge disclaimer. I am very fortunate to work for myself and to be able to set a very flexible schedule. I don't have to be on conference calls. I don't have to coordinate my day with anyone else. And so I know that everyone who works from home is not in the same situation. Some parents are going to have to hire out full-time childcare, and that's just the reality of what they need. But I'm hoping that some of the tips that I share today, if you are in a situation like I am, where you're a little bit more flexible, that this will help you get some more work done, even with your kids home. Your ability to work from home with kids also very much depends on how old your kids are. Mine are a little bit older. I have an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 12-year-old, and they're all pretty independent. They don't need me 24/7. So obviously, if you have babies at home, if you have toddlers at home, this is not all going to apply. My first tip is to try to set realistic expectations. Your summer months are not going to look the same as the school year. You're going to have days that are rough, that don't go as planned, that kids get sick, that everyone's in a bad mood, and you're going to have to change your schedule. I think going into summer with that expectation that it's not going to be perfect will help set you up for success. I would encourage you, before your kids get off for summer break, to take a minute and brainstorm how your schedule could look different during the day. You're going to have to work around your kids' schedules, obviously, with them being home. And so can you get up earlier, get a few hours before they wake up? Can you stay up later? Is there something that you can shift? As you set your expectations for your summer months, be sure to share with your children what those expectations are. And in doing so, set up some rules and boundaries so that things are clear from the beginning. If you need quiet time, are you able to shut the doors of your office? Tell them when these doors are shut, you don't open them unless there is an emergency. Or maybe when you have headphones in, that means, this is quiet time for mom or dad and you can't disturb me right now unless there's an emergency. Now, obviously, don't overuse that, because if they feel like they can never come to you, that's not going to work either. They'll just ignore it. So, but think about what will work. My next huge tip is to have afternoon quiet time. Now, some of your kids might still take a nap, especially if you can get them out for a busy morning, run off some energy, get them tired. They might want to crash and sleep for a couple of hours. Ever since my kids were little, we have always had quiet time, even after they gave up their naps. And that means that they each have a clock in their room. So they know if I say, okay, you can't come out until 3:30, they know what that looks like. So they don't have to come out and ask me what time it is all the time. But that is a time for them to decompress and to do something on their own. I usually let my kids read or draw. Sometimes they have Legos or a project that they're working on. I say, as long as they're quiet, as long as they're staying in their room, it doesn't matter too much what they do, but that's a time that can be prime work time for you, and also allows them to have some space where they're not in front of a screen. They're not having to fight with their siblings or negotiate with, brothers and sisters about games, that they can decompress and everybody can have some calm. I would really encourage you to start researching some places now that may be in your town that would actually have activities for kids, and also places for a stay-at-home parent to work, maybe grab a cup of coffee. I know in my town, there are a couple of options. There's like the indoor play, jungle gym type places. There's also an indoor water park, and they have lifeguards, they have supervisors, but they also have a side room with power, with internet connection, where you can get a cup of coffee and get some things done while your kids are occupied for an hour or two. I will say one of the best times to get work done during the summer is when you sign up your kids for some type of summer camp, whether it's a day camp for a couple of hours or an overnight week away. That is prime time for you to really get things accomplished. I know the expenses can add up, especially if you have more than one child, but if you can do a week or two here and there and get some time to yourself, it'll really make you feel like you're moving the wheel forward. My final tip is to think about other parents that are nearby, friends that you have that might be in the same situation that you are. Do you have a neighbor or a friend who also has kids who might trade some time with you? Maybe have a play date once a week at each other's homes where you're watching their child while they get some things accomplished, and vice versa. This can really add up and help you accomplish some of your goals while also giving your kids a chance to play with friends. So again, just a quick recap this summer. Try to set realistic expectations, communicate your boundaries with your kids, and go from there. Take it week by week. Try not to overstress getting everything accomplished that you normally do during a school day, and enjoy the time you have with your kids. Do what you can, leave the rest. Good luck.